Hello, Brady Kelly here. Welcome back to Get Tech Savvy at gettechsavvynow.com. Now, today's going to be interesting because we're going to talk about WordPress, and specifically the confusion that comes up with users of WordPress at wordpress.com and wordpress.org. Yes, there is a difference, and I want to explain to you so you're not confused about that. One of the confusing things about WordPress is there is a place for you to get a free WordPress site at wordpress.com. That's the site I'm on right now. This is a free place. This is just kind of like the Gmail's Blogger service as well, where you can just start a free blog and just start blogging. Okay, so here's a bunch of people who started these free blogs. There is also, so within this free blog, you can upgrade, you can buy upgrades, you can shop for new themes and things like that. You can buy better domains. Because normally what happens is when you do a free WordPress site, I want to show you my free WordPress site I just set up just for these tutorials. This is the wordpress.com website that I've set up, and I changed the theme a little bit to look different because I want to check it out. And if you notice up here, my URL is gettechsavvy.wordpress.com. This means that this site is hosted on wordpress.com. It's a free site, and it has limited functionality. It does not have all of the functionality that the normal full WordPress service has. I should say technology has. That is the full service, the full technology is located at wordpress.org. Okay? So the reason why there's a difference between the two is because this one at wordpress.com is just a free service offered by WordPress. And so it has to put limitations on what is what is offered there, so it can control, people buying things and whatnot. And so it does not have functionality such as plugins. Plugins is a huge addition to WordPress that your normal free WordPress.com site will not have availability, or it'll have limited availability. I think WordPress gives you access to just a few plugins that it deems necessary. All the other plugins that are made out there by other developers are not available. So that's one thing to keep in mind, because there's some huge plugins that you can buy for WordPress that add a lot of functionality to your site that will not be available if you have a free WordPress site. Okay, so hopefully I haven't confused you yet. The WordPress.org, you actually can download WordPress here and install it on your website. So if you have a web host with a website already, you can actually install it there and just go off to the races and play with WordPress, and you'll have all the functionality you need, all the themes. Well, you'll have access to themes. You'll have to buy extra themes or get free themes. It's not like WordPress.com where they will show you a bunch of themes that you can just install from there. You'll actually have to go out and find them yourself. But you can install all the plugins that you want. You can customize WordPress or have somebody customize it for you. It's really, really cool. And you get all the features that WordPress.com has and more. So it has a whole lot of freedom to what you do. Now, most web hosts will actually provide the WordPress installation for you. And if you see my other video that talks about installing WordPress, that's what I mean. You actually don't have to come here and download WordPress because they actually already have it for you. And they have an installer ready for you to set up so that you can easily install it. Basically just a one-click solution. You can install it on your site. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. There's WordPress.com that offers free WordPress sites, but they're limited functionality and you have to play that by their rules. And then there's WordPress.org that is the whole full-blown WordPress, all the functionality of WordPress, but that has to be installed on your own web host. That is what I recommend you get. If you want all of the benefits of what I teach on this website, specifically when it comes to online marketing, getting the plugins and the themes and the tools that you need to get set up, you need to have WordPress, and standalone WordPress installation is what it's called. And that means that you have a web host that has the WordPress installed on it. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. I just wanted to show you basically what the difference is. And I want to show you real quick how you can tell the difference between if you have a WordPress.com or not. One of the big indicators is if you have one of these like how it says gettechsavvy.wordpress.com. That is a free WordPress site, and I'll show you how as well. You can know that is when you go to the dashboard, you'll see the store here. You'll see all these upgrades, premium themes, billing, stuff like that. This is stuff that WordPress.com has built into it and is controlling it. As you go down here, one thing you're going to see missing is there's no plugins. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here is my test installation on my own web host, and as I go to the dashboard here and compare it, you see here there's a plugin. There's no store. There's a plugin called Jetpack as well that I got installed, so it's a little bit different. If you see the difference between the two, there's different things going on there. So that's one way that you can tell. You can actually, so if you go to the store here, WordPress.com, you can actually buy your own domain. You can buy your own domain. You can buy some plugins. You can get a custom designed. You can do all sorts of stuff. I don't recommend this. I don't recommend this unless you're going to just do pure blogging. If you're doing pure blogging and you want to just have a nice blog, I guess you can go this way. I still think you could save money doing it your own way and hosting it yourself. But you're welcome to check that out and do that if you want. But I don't recommend doing the WordPress.com site and buying through WordPress, just because it's very, very limited. You really don't have control over much that goes on there. You might as well just go host it yourself and have all the freedom that you need to get either you yourself going in there and customizing things or a web developer going in there. Now let's look at this here real quick. One of the cool things about this is I actually have access to a whole list of plugins. So if you see here, all of these little, all this text here will take me to, for example, if I want to go get a gallery plugin, I can go here and here's all these plugins that have to do with photo galleries that I can just plug right into my WordPress, and they're free of charge. These are people who've developed it, and since this is my own standalone installation, I can now install these without WordPress.com like saying, no, that's not okay. So that's one of the powers of having your own WordPress installation outside of that on your own web host. Also, one big thing that you're going to notice here is the themes. You only comes with two. Your own WordPress installation only comes with two at WordPress.com. If you go to, let's see here, if you go to themes, you're going to see something drastically different. There's tons of themes, and a lot of them are free, which is great. So you can get a lot of free themes from WordPress if you have your own free website at WordPress.com. However, that's about one of the only cool things. You can actually get a bunch of these themes for free online anyways, if you really like one. I recommend looking for it online. So I think actually on WordPress.com you can actually browse themes and download them and install them in your standalone WordPress. So I could actually install a ton of themes here. This is where the power of WordPress is going to come in. I'm going to talk to you more about what themes are, what plugins are, and how to customize it and use it in a very powerful way in growing your business. So hopefully that was clear. Hopefully you understood it. If you have questions, if you're confused, there's comments down below this I can answer, or you can go to my Facebook page and post it there at Get Tech Savvy on Facebook. You just do a search for that and it'll pull it right up, and that would be great. Once again, this is Brady Kell with Get Tech Savvy at gettechsavvynow.com.